Hey everybody, it is Axel with Golden Acorns, where we are your guides in 12 key areas of life, like technology, giving back, personal growth, and more. We're going to bring simple, actionable ideas to help move you forward with purpose. So let's plant some seeds of potential and grow a life you love. Please share and enjoy. Okay, so we're here
Scrubbed out.
in our scrubs because we were at the gym. Andrea was either listening to something. She had an epiphany of some kind. She won't share it with me yet.
Nope.
But she's like, we've got to go home and jump on the podcast.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to you about it.
Yep.
And I was like, but first, coffee.
The first coffee.
Like, hold that thought.
That was taken care of. We're good there.
Yeah. So now I am intrigued.
I have you on the edge of your seat.
Yeah. I'm like, just tell me.
Okay. So we're always talking about, even with our kids and everything, like scarcity versus abundance. And envy and jealousy are two of those emotions that I would say, for me personally, as a kid, as a teenager, as a young adult, I struggled really bad.
Oh, internally, not with people being jealous or envious, but you being jealous.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I mean, even throughout college, like, because we'd meet new people. So in college, you're like exposed to so much, right? It's a whole new world from what your world was. And so all these girls and like the things that they had growing up. And I just was like so envious,
Okay.
And so I'm listening to Mel Robbins has this podcast right now, or sorry, not her podcast, a new book out. It's called Let Them. And it's really good. I'm really enjoying it.
I have not started reading that.
Nope. And I've already pulled probably 4 big things out of it. But today, this one hit me.
Okay.
And she said, jealousy is an invitation from your future self.
Ooh, I like that.
So when you're jealous of someone else and what they have or what they are, or what they're doing, or it's really a reflection on either something that you want that you didn't go after, something you wish you had, but you don't make any effort for it,
Yeah.
And I just I don't know. I just felt like that was so profound.
So that comes back to like that kind of ownership thing we always talk about, right? Like jealousy is almost from not taking ownership. Like you could have it, you could do it, you could or you could choose to be happy. Like you could own that, you know what, I'm happy for them instead of.
Right. And gratitude has been something that, again, has been the hardest human emotion to learn to experience.
Yeah.
Right? Because coming from a family that didn't practice gratitude, it's really hard to get into the habit of practicing it and having it feel genuine.
That's a good call. And then I think negativity just, any way you slice it, it's stronger. I mean, that negative energy is strong.
Yeah.
So to maintain that gratitude, which is positivity to me, like that's hard because that negative is always pulling.
I know.
I like that. Jealousy
is the
invitation from your future self.
Is an invitation from your future self.
From your future self.
So she was using an example of this woman who was like a successful interior designer, had another lady in her neighborhood that they just kind of didn't jive. I'm sure some of you might have people like that in your life that you've run into, and for whatever reason, your just energies don't click.
That's okay.
And this woman started posting all over social media about how she's a designer now. And this woman has been doing it, has staff and professional for years, but she had been dragging her feet on like revamping her website, making it look more, modern. And she didn't really want to post on social media or didn't take the time to because she's busy with her clients, And as a business owner, I can 100% relate.
Working on your business or in your business instead of on your business.
Right. I'm constantly working in it, or if I am working on it, it's financials. It's,
Right.
it's strategic positioning. Like, where are we going next? It's not like, oh yeah, I need to make shorts for the next video, and that's kind of where she was at. And then this woman just started doing all of that. And of course she just was like so jealous. And so
because I'm sure her popularity like exploded and everything. Yeah.
And like she went and read through like all the comments that this lady was getting from other people. And she just like couldn't help the feeling of jealousy, which, we've all been there and had a situation where it's like, well, why not? Why them? And feeling jealous of their success.
Right.
Because like I have been on the other end of that, where seeing something that I've been successful at and having other people feel jealous against it. And I'm like, oh, no. There's no need to be jealous of what it took to get me
it's
to
the
where
iceberg theory, right? Where they see the tip, they don't see the entire iceberg underwater.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so the point of this that I like so much is, instead of focusing on them, focus on you. And if that made you feel that strong emotion of jealousy or envy, what is your future self trying to slap you in the face with and say, do this, be this.
Yeah.
Come here.
So do you think this also kind of taps into a person's, I apologize, I don't remember the name, but basically your fight or flight, right? Like, is this going to spur competitiveness and drive? Or is it going to spur like defeat and like, oh, I'll never have that? Like,
Yeah.
what is that? I feel like it says a lot about a person, the way you react to jealousy. And maybe if you're conscious of it, you can choose one of the, like.
Yeah, because maybe your natural reaction is to just shut down.
Right.
But if you're conscious, so like maybe that's your subconscious reaction.
Right.
But your conscious reaction could be to take action because you're aware.
Yeah. I mean, that's growth right there, right?
Oh my God, absolutely. Just being aware of this. And this is why I wanted to share this golden acorn that I received today with you, is because I think it's a beautiful way to turn an emotion that none of us want to feel.
Jealousy, envy.
Yeah. None of us want to be jealous or envious. And we want to stop ourselves from feeling that way, but we can't. And so how do you reframe it?
Oh, yeah. That's a good term.
To see that it is actually yourself trying to give you signs to do something else.
I love that. Future you. It's coming back and smacking you in the face.
Yeah. I love that. So that was it. That's why we had to hop on.
Yeah.
In our scrubs.
I'm going to keep that at the top of my mind. So if I catch myself being jealous, I can do it.
I feel like you're never jealous.
I'm really not, because I don't know why.
Like, even as a partner, like he's just never been a jealous
But I'm
partner.
also very oblivious if people are jealous of me as well. Like, not that, which is weird because I feel like I'm a pretty keen observer of things, but for whatever reason, I just can't like pick up jealousy.
You don't have that emotion like built into your hardwiring or something.
Thanks, mom and dad. Thanks, nature. Right. I don't know which one, but I think, seeing it in your family, seeing it in your kids or your spouse, like, it's also important to help them with that. Yeah. Because it happens.
Well, and I think if you're a good scenario at work is if somebody's doing something or receiving something, maybe they're getting recognition, maybe they're getting all your leads, maybe they're, the best salesman in the company or whatever. And if it spurs jealousy or envy, then it just means that there's something that you want that you're holding yourself back from.
Yeah, you're not letting yourself do. It has nothing to do with them.
It doesn't.
Let them free. That's not fair.
Yeah, I love that way that I do feel like I've slowly learned that is to be happy for people's success. So I know for a fact when we were younger, one of your coworkers, I don't remember, I think it was Steve. at Second Wind. He was like, this is when we were like straight out of college.
Yeah.
He was like, asked us a question about, oh, if someone else got like a $10,000 raise and they have the same job as you, how would you feel for them? And that like hit me so profoundly when he asked that. I was like, oh, I'd be pissed. Like, that's not fair. You know, that's my first reaction. That's not fair. Why would they? And then now, like, over the years, I've learned, like, oh my God, I can't believe that I felt that way.
I feel like, though, being a woman, being an entrepreneur, being just in business like you are, I feel like you've been on the opposite side of that a lot, which has helped you understand it more, too, where people have been jealous, envious, almost attacked you for your success in some instances where you weren't on that side before.
That's true.
And so that also is just like, God, you know what that feels like. So to put that feeling on somebody else is just,
it's not fair.
It's so unfair,
it's not
right?
fair on the other way of it, you know, to be like, it's not my fault that I'm successful. Like, you can't be mad at me for that.
Right.
Like, but this is something that we've been teaching our kids too, just to the very little part of it is like, the not fair thing, right?
Yeah.
So we actually have a rule in our house. So you guys might be
I've used it like 2 or 3 times right now, but yeah.
Yeah. We have a rule in our house that this is the second golden acorn for today.
Yeah.
So there's 2 in this episode. Our kids are not allowed to say that's not fair. And it's in regard almost every time to one of their siblings getting to do something or receiving something that they're not getting.
Or their friends. I mean, I've heard them use it with their friends getting stuff. So this loops it all back to that jealousy thing, right? Like they come home, that's not fair. It's not fair. So what we did instead was, like you said earlier, we're like, let's figure out a way for them to restructure that mindset, right? Because it's a natural reaction.
Absolutely.
To just feel like, that's not fair. Why do they get this? Like, we're survival mammals.
Right.
So what we did instead was we said, okay, before you think that, or, you know, let's step back and think, what about good for them? Like, good for them, not fair for me, but good for you, good for them.
Yeah.
That whatever happened or whatever they got, like that gratitude, it's almost like you're putting gratitude out for them, right? I feel like it's like, good for them. That's awesome.
And they struggle with it. I mean, the first couple of times they'd be like, good for them.
Yeah, they use almost like a cuss word.
Oh yeah, they're so mad.
We're like, that's not fair. We'll be like, you can't say that. Sorry. Good for them.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's
and
not
they
right.
still it's still hard, but I think every single time it's like, so perfect example. We told you guys we took the kids to Dave and Buster's last week.
Yeah.
And our middle daughter chose a different game than the rest of us. So like we were all playing this one super fun game and we were like hitting this ticket bonus and like having so much fun, right? So
we're a house of competitive people. We'll put it that way. So when we go, we're not like, let's experience all the games. We're like, which one gives you the most tickets? I want to win the most tickets.
And so we found that game and she wanted to play a different one. Well, so she ended up winning like 2,100 tickets, which is great. I mean, that's a lot of tickets.
Well, and without details, in the game, there was a thing that like she built and was trying to get it to fall, and she did.
And
like,
she did. So
she did everything she wanted to do.
She had a great experience.
Yes.
Of her choice.
Until the end.
Until her baby sister ended up with more than double the tickets that she got.
Yeah.
Right. And so and they were cute when we first got there, where they went back to the prize thing and they picked out what they wanted first.
That was
which
awesome.
We were like, I mean, that was their idea. Yeah. Correct. I was like, oh shit, they got a goal. Like, this is a good idea, you know?
So it was like one of those parent wins, like little high five, silent high five.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they, she wanted something, I think it was 2,500 tickets or something. So even though she did so good, she felt defeated.
It wasn't enough.
And she was like, well, Sloan got 4,700 and I only got 2,100. And I'm like, aren't you excited for your sister? And she looked at me, like gave me this glare. I'm like, isn't that awesome that she won that many tickets? She's like, I guess. Like, she just did not, you
Our
know.
kids are onto our mind games now. They're we've made them too smart.
Yeah. She knew I was trying to like reframe her. And I go, but you know what else? Why it's so good that your sister got so many tickets? She's like, why? I was like, because she loves to share. I was like, I bet if you asked her for 300 tickets or whatever it was she needed to get her thing, I was like, I bet she would get it for you. And she's like, really? You know, so it was still like a struggle for her, but she did end up getting a shared ticket so that she could get her prize. But yeah, it was, it's never ending. It's all the time.
All the time.
And it's us being conscious to teach them
100%
to catch it with them and to reframe it, you know, and that's exhausting.
Yes. That's parenting. Yeah. But you got to do it, right? If you want your kids to be good humans, you want them to grow up and spread what we're trying to spread here.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep passing the torch.
So when you see something or someone that makes you jealous or envious today, just remember that they didn't get there easily. Maybe they did in your eyes, but to them, they didn't get there easily. Yeah, right. You don't know.
You don't know. Be happy for them.
And just be like, good for them. What's that telling me?
And the universe loves positive energy. So you put it out there. That's when they say you put out good, good comes back, right? So that's what you do. It. So golden acorns today.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, guys. Thank you for joining Golden Acorns. Remember, the small steps you take today can lead to big growth tomorrow. Keep planting those seeds of potential and watch your life flourish in ways that truly do matter. If you found this episode helpful, share it with someone who could use a little inspiration. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a chance to grow with us. Thanks.